All right, time to make a video. Woo! Andy's here. Andy, can you do the honors on the triangle, please? Today we're doing something a little different. We're going to be doing a water and Scotch tasting. So Andy is with me. Andy plays the trombone. He is in the Tamalpais brass. He's a rock star. And it's been a long time since Tamalpais brass has even got together. So I'm happy that he's here, even though we're not truly making music. We're just going to get drunk, basically. So we have 3 waters of different origins: Italian, German, and Norwegian sparkling waters. And then we also have 3 scotches. So we have some skeeches of varying qualities. So let's give you a little gander at what those look like. Allison, another very, very important member,
VIP.
The VIP member of Tamalpais Brass, was able to set this up for us so that we have total blindness to this tasting, and we'll give you a little peek at that. We'll start with water, and Allison has labeled this as W1. I guess. See what happens. Here we go.
Bottoms up.
Bottoms up. Cheers. First water. Who knows? Ooh, that's nice.
A fine bubble ratio.
That is a very fine bubble.
Yeah.
Loving that bubble. All right, should we go to water 2? Or are we going to go to Scotch 1?
I think we have to.
Scotch 1. We're going to Scotch. All right, let's do Scotch 1. Cheers to you.
Should we have a little smell?
Yeah. This is gonna be so fucking hard.
Interesting. There's some earth in it.
You getting any baseball glove on that?
The glove has been in the basement for a little bit.
A little stank.
Wow.
It's hot.
Flamboyant.
Fashion.
Is it flamboyant?
A little bit.
Yeah. So as a reminder, the scotches that we're drinking are there's 2 single malts, both 12-year, and then we have a blended kind of like bottom of the barrel scotch. So heat, a little bit of age in there.
Yeah.
We think we know what we're talking about.
There are definitely like some old timers that have played this game.
I think I have a taste memory of this scotch. I'm ready to move on to water number 2.
I will say though, it's a fairly even drive.
That's a good point. Yeah, I hadn't noticed that. The finish is long and sustained.
Absolutely.
Sustained. A nice sostenuto in there. Just a little.
I might add a little rubato inside.
A little rubato.
Yeah.
Just a couple of music nerds here. Water 2.
Some more bubs, it looks like.
You can see that the color on this water is very unique. Okay, cheers.
We should not cheers officially.
Oh,
to water.
of course. Yeah, that would be inappropriate. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Whoa, what the?
The bubbles are less aggressive.
I'm not even getting bubbles. Are you getting bubbles?
I'm getting some bubbles, but barely at the bottom.
It's like the CO2 canister was just dying when they were like, let's gas this water up.
The 2-liter bottle has been opened last week.
Yeah. They opened it last week and they left it in the fridge, and then they put it inside of a fancy bottle. I'm already having thoughts. They put it in the most expensive sparkling water bottle that you could buy.
And we know that if this was the 2-liter bottle, this is our last opportunity.
This is the end.
On this particular bottle.
You're like, I don't care. I'm just gonna drink it anyway.
All at once, because it's gonna be done soon.
Okay, this will be at least easy to remember.
There's definitely more like a iron or like rock as opposed to earth.
You getting a little
metallic and a little bit more geo flavor.
Yeah, I see where you're going with that.
Geo flavor.
You're tasting the terroir of the water.
Wet.
Very good. Water 2, a lot of character
in the books.
Not so much on the bubble note, but
character in the longevity of the stone.
Yes.
That's what I'm getting.
All right, let's keep it moving. Here's Scotch number 2. Do we cheers on this?
Let's smell first. Already, I have more traction to this particular.
There's a little more focus, maybe, is what I'm
Definitely.
saying. Yeah.
The aperture is a little bit more direct.
A little finer,
At least in the mind.
A little more piccolo trumpet on that. Sorry, if you're watching this, it's because you like brass playing, so just remember that. Cheers.
Cheers to Scotch number 2.
Scotch number 2.
I mean, this is a warm blanket.
Absolutely, I'm loving that. I felt like I just got super cozy, like on kind of a cool Scottish evening there.
Compared to Scotch number 1, this is my house.
This is Andy's house.
The other Scotch was like 8th grade sleepover. I can't get to sleep.
You're excited.
There's a clock that's ticking all night. But it's something there. There's something. There's an energy. But this is my own. This is my own bed.
Yeah, this is comfy. Yeah, let's take another sip, I think. There's definitely less intensity to the Scotch. Scotch number 1 was a lot hotter in the alcohol, and it was a little bit more of a
aggressive.
It came a little bit fighting.
Yeah, there's an edge to the tone.
Yeah.
Of the Scotch number 1.
All right, final water.
It's clearly
water.
Clearly.
Have we sniffed any water?
We haven't. Is it the water or is that me? What am I smelling?
It's a little bit of Andy, I think.
On my breath?
A little bit of Andy.
Oh, God.
The bubble situation is pretty low on this as well. Like the effervescence is not as pronounced as number 1 was. This is maybe in the middle?
I could say that.
I like the flavor though. It has a nice, there's a little bit more of a high note.
It's not piercing though.
Yeah.
No, it's not a flute.
Flutes.
Flutes and trombones.
Give me a break, flutes. All right, rough. Scotch number 3.
Let's have a little whiff.
A little sniffy. Ooh, I like that smell.
I sensed country fair, cotton candy, little redneck.
There's a little Kentucky in there. There's definitely some sweetness.
Should we go for it?
Cheers.
Cheers. Christmas.
That's beautiful.
It's the finest of the 3.
It has almost a symphonic crescendo, decrescendo.
Oh, it's true.
Going on.
A full-bodied symphonic palette inside. And
the palette is also very well orchestrated. If we might just continue
balanced for
the musical analogy. Yes.
This is a symphony I want to listen to.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
Love it. Number 3 is fantastic. Would you say it's your favorite?
It is. What kind of trumpet is Scotch number 3?
Ooh, that is a should we go with the beautiful tone of Mr. Urban Agnas?
Hello and welcome. My name is Urban Agnas.
Oh.
Yes.
I can taste urban in that.
Such a beautiful sound. An inspiring sound.
A classic sound, like undeniable.
An undeniably beautiful sound. I think that's what Scotch 3 is. It's actually Urban Agnas bottled. Thank you, Urban.
Thank you, really. Should we test Scotch number 1 and 2 and who their players might be?
Oh, it's like a sound comparison?
Yeah.
Well, I think it's only fair that we choose a trombonist.
Let's go back to Scotch number 1.
Yeah, we've defined that Scotch 3 is a trumpet player for some reason.
Uh-huh.
So Scotch, a very fine trumpet player. If you don't know who Urban Agnas is, please put his name into YouTube. You'll be pleasantly surprised. All right, if you don't remember, Scotch 1 was fairly assertive, and I remember it being kind of like hot. Who do you say?
Kenny Carr.
Kenny Carr?
Kenny Carr is a shout band trombone player.
Oh, nice.
From the East Coast. Wails like a preacher.
Okay, yeah, I could see this is preacher. This is preacher drink right here.
He's a preacher. This Scotch. Kenny Carr.
Thank you, Kenny. This is beautiful.
Is to you.
I'll take another sip. All right, so the only one that we need to profile is Scotch number 2, which I recall was like the warm blanket.
It was
Scotch.
A comforting home. Yeah.
So it's only fair that we assigned a French horn player to this particular Scotch. as the warm blanket of the brass family. And I don't know really my players as much as my wife would, because Allison would probably be able to nail this, but let's just go with San Francisco Symphony. You got Bob Ward. I don't mean to say that he's a warm blanket, but he's a hell of a nice guy. And he sounds amazing, and I love him. And Allison was his student, so we might want to just go with Bob for this one.
To Bob.
Bob, thank you so much.
Thank you for being so comforting.
I hope you watch this and don't take offense to what we're saying about you.
Especially when we find out who you are.
What Scotch this is, because it's quite good, actually. Okay, very nice. It's time to. Andy was trying to get in there. We're gonna reveal now.
The reveal.
Let's start with the waters, I think.
Let's talk about the waters.
Who is who? Water number 1 was
Pellegrino.
Gerolsteiner. Okay, difference of opinion there. Water number 2 was
Voss.
Oh, synced up. Okay, so that means that water number 3 was
Gerolsteiner.
Pellegrino.
For sure.
All right, let's see what they actually were. Allison was kind enough to put the label on the bottom. Here we go. And the answer is water number 2. What?
I'm completely mind blown.
Unbelievable. Wow, we just got super stumped. So number 2, if you don't remember, was the flat tire in your refrigerator.
That's insane. Pellegrino, I would expect more out of you.
This is Voss. This is probably, I think, the world's most expensive sparkling water. Let's see what this was. Number 3.
What?
Okay, so we don't even know what we're talking about. All right, so that means that water number 1, which had the high concentration of bubbles,
Which
you
nailed.
Gerolsteiner. Thank you.
Vielen Dank.
All right, we got schooled on the water, so let's see how we do with the scotches. I'm having I feel a little bit better about the Scotch situation.
Let's remind ourselves.
So Scotch 1 was the more aggressive, hotter flavor.
That's right.
Your friend.
Kenny Carr.
Scotch 2 was Bob Ward on French horn. And Scotch 3 was Urban Agnas, which I hope it is what I think it is. Scotch 1, I think, was this one.
Glenfiddich.
The Glenfiddich.
I think it was actually this one.
How do we know? Oh, we should look at the thing. So Glenfiddich, Scotch 1.
Kenny Carr, huh?
Kenny Carr is a Glenfiddich.
Dude, that makes sense.
And then what do you have in your hand?
Scotch number 2.
Scotch 2 is Bob Ward.
Wow. Yeah. Bob's is a blended French horn player.
So did we both think that Scotch 3 was the Highland Park?
Definitely.
Good, okay.
Urban is just undeniably.
Congratulations, Urban. You are a very nice Viking Scotch.
Bravissimo.
Very good. It's indeed a high honor. It's Viking honor, so it only makes sense that would be Urban Scotch. So thank you for watching this. This is a ridiculous video that I hope you enjoyed. And if you know nothing about Scotch, it's time to learn. I mean, coronavirus, what a better time than now to sample sparkling waters and some of the world's medium-priced scotches. Take care, everybody.
Hello and welcome. My name is Urban Agnas. I want to show you my flow studies. I want to play all of them so you can see how I practice. That's my idea with this video. So I will start with the first tone exercise. Many times when we begin, particularly when we begin and also when we play and practice,